Hello, I'm Matt Clements, pastor, First Baptist Church, Gibsonton, Florida. God has been so good to us. We have such a wonderful church. The church was founded in 1930 and coincidentally by my grandparents and other members here in the little community of Gibsonton. An evangelist came through, I think by the name of Davis, set up a tent, had a tent revival on the banks of the Alafar River. Out of that, a number of folks got saved, and one of them happened to be my grandparents, Mr. and Miss Sweat. Others were saved. I'm trying to call some names, some Busbys and some other folks that lived here back in those days, and they started First Baptist Church of Gibsonton, 1930. This year, we'll be celebrating the 85th anniversary of our church and my 40th year as a pastor, First Baptist Church, Gibsonton. When I first began in 1975 as a young man, the community was just a small rural community and, kind of limited in some ways. But God has blessed, and over the years, the area has grown. We now are in one of the fastest growing areas of the United States, South Hillsborough County, right out of Tampa, Florida. People are moving here just by the hundreds. The projected population within the next 10 years will be probably over 175,000 people. And so the doors are wide open for the church and the ministry. And I would like to say I'm probably more excited about the future, even more so than I've ever been in the 40 years that I have been pastor of this church. The people here are so wonderful. They're so loving, they're so kind. They've been so good to my wife and I. And this is the only church we've ever pastored, and I guess it'll be the only church I'll ever pastor, but it's just an unusual church. And the kind, loving, evangelistic services that God gives us here, tremendous music, great teen ministry, children's church ministry, nursery, everything. And God has just opened so many wonderful doors to us. Brother Mel McCullough, minister of music, does a tremendous job of leading the church and music and worship, leading our choir. I'm very proud of our choir. We have a full choir, and they sing in every service. Brother Buddy Burton also came on staff with us about a year and a half ago. Buddy is in the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, and we're so fortunate to have he and his dear wife on staff here. They add so much more to our music program. And so we have a great evangelistic. The church is traditional in so many ways, but yet an exciting ministry, very evangelistic. Souls are being saved, and God is richly, wonderfully blessing. Almost every Sunday morning, we find new families are now visiting our church. And so we just feel like we have such a wonderful, bright future ahead of us. With the staff, the team that we have in place, the nice facilities we have here at First Baptist Gibsonton, we just feel like God is going to continue to bless. The church is going to continue to grow. We're going to see many souls saved, and we go forward in the days, the months, the year ahead in our church. We're a missionary church. We have about 125 missionaries that we help to support every month through our church budget. I often say that the sun never sets on the ministry of First Baptist Church, Gibsonton. And so we realize that the Great Commission is a very vital part, not only to reach people, souls here, but also around the world. So this is the kind of church we are. It's a kind of exciting, evangelistic church, but with a very loving congregation of people where you instantly feel welcome. I've said 90% of the folks who visit First Baptist come back again, and most of them remain with us and become part of our congregation. So We have a well-balanced ministry. We have a ministry for all ages, and God is richly, wonderfully blessing. And one of the things that is so unique, and even though our society today has kind of moved away from the traditional, we find that our church, the younger generation, the millennials, are looking for a church that still has the older song, but yet sing them in an uplifting and maybe a little new arrangement, but an exciting way. When we sing the old rugged cross, and when we all get to heaven, and all those old songs that everyone remembers and love and associates with the church. So we've stayed with the past in some ways, but yet we've moved into the future, reaching people in a way that I feel like if you come and visit with us, you'd be glad that you did. All right. I'd like to also give, if you're viewing us and maybe on the internet or wherever, to come and visit First Baptist Church in Gibsonton. We're right on Highway 41, just a block north of Gibsonton Drive, a big 4-lane highway. And we'd love to have you come and visit and see what God is doing here in this wonderful church. If you'd like more information, we'd be glad to provide that for you. You can contact us by the internet or come see us. But internet address is 1ST First Baptist Gibsonton.com.
Lead me, Lord, I'll follow.